And joining us now is Tracy Johnson, Chief Human Resources Officer in Keller ISD. Tracy, why don't you talk to the community a little bit about how you're working to keep our employees safe in Keller?
We have hit the ground running really this spring and just putting some safety protocols into place really to ensure the well-being of all of our staff members. What I would really like to highlight is just those basic safety protocols that we're asking all visitors, all staff members when they come onto a Keller ISD facility to really adhere to, which would of course be the face covering, the good hand hygiene, with the hand sanitizer, just maintaining that social distancing. And then there is a QR code that will link you directly to a health screening. And I know that over time we tend to get really comfortable with things like that, and it's good for 2 weeks and then we stop doing it. I would say that's one of the most critical pieces, simply because as we hear about our employees that test positive for COVID or have been exposed, we use that for contact tracing. And so to really go back the 14 days and figure out who did this person have contact with, that's a critical piece.
Sure.
So just protocols like that, I think have really, the intent is to keep our employees safe with things like that.
I scan that every day when I walk into the building. So.
Good job. Good job.
Talk about substitutes. So, obviously we're going to have people that are going to be out sick, like we do any year. They're going to be out sick, but this could, because of exposure issues, could cause more people to be out sick. So what's our status on subs?
Absolutely. So we have a robust pool of about 650 subs right now. Our subs are ready to get back to work. They miss the kids. They miss serving in that capacity. We have opened up our sub application, so you can go to the human resource page with Keller ISD and go ahead and apply. We want to build that sub pool. Of course, our subs are like any of our employees. We want to keep them safe.
Sure. And
so one of the things that we're thinking about is just that whole idea of cross-contamination. And so making sure that our subs are maybe specifically at a campus or a feeder pattern. We have subs that will go all week and be on 5 different campuses. So really trying to mitigate that exposure. Those are conversations that we're having behind the scenes. But we're ready. We're training, we're orienting, and we understand the need.
So talk a little bit about quickly about the employee survey that we just sent out.
Yeah, we're really excited to see the data back on that, because we know there is a lot of angst in returning to in-person instruction. And I guess what I would want people to know is the heart behind all of this is, of course, making sure that students are learning, but also making sure that our employees and staff members are healthy and protected. And so this survey that is going out addresses those very things. What are you concerned about? Because if we know and we can address that with our COVID-19 resources page that we're also pushing out, the Google site that has the FAQs, we're going to continue to add to that. So I would just encourage people to, yes, fill out that survey, but also stay tuned with that Google site and just keep going through the FAQs, because a lot of times that will answer their questions and hopefully relieve some of the anxiety that they are experiencing.
Great. So thanks, Tracy, for helping us out and continuing to keep employees safe through all the processes you're putting in place. And we're going to have a great year. Thank you again.
My pleasure.
You
Thank
bet.
you.